when we arrived in San Antonio, uh, Mr. and Mrs. Penix let us uh, camp out in their house till we moved to the apartment that we had rented on Mistletoe Avenue, uh, and when we went to Mass, Mom met up with a real nice lady. Her name was Mrs. Daly, and she invited Mom to go with her on Friday to go to St. Mary's downtown to Our Lady of Sorrows. What do they call that? It's a novena. That's what it was. And while they were downtown, then Mom would and Mrs. Daly would do a little shopping, and Mom got acquainted with the stores downtown, and they both rode the bus. And in those days, whenever you got on the bus, it was a nickel, and then you immediately got a transfer, and it was a slip. And then when you stopped, you got off the bus, and you handed the transfer to somebody on the that was waiting for the bus. Then they didn't have to pay a nickel. So, I'm not sure that was ethical, but that's what everybody did because, in fact, it wasn't. We didn't think of that ourselves. The blacks all did it, and we said if it's good enough for blacks, it's good enough for us white folks too. So. We it was really something how cheap everything was in those days, and yet how much a nickel would buy or how dear a nickel was. Uh, you had to you didn't want to just spend it on anything. You had to guard your money carefully, be very judicious with it. At Christmas, I was really fascinated with all the lighting, in particularly in front of the Alamo. They'd have a big Christmas tree there with lights and decorations, and then of course the streets were all decorated, and it was really festive.